Hi, I welcome you all for this video. In this video, we'll learn the prose text, The Voice in the Night. That's the title of the story, The Voice in the Night. It is written by William Hope Hodgson. William Hope Hodgson. Let's see the story of this text. The story happened the dark night. The ship was sailing the dark night in the northern Pacific Ocean. On the ship, two men and a boy were sailing the ship. Two men, so two were there. One name is Mr. George, it's an old man. Another one is called Will. He's a middle-aged man. So two men were sailing the ship. The boy was there, but we couldn't see who was the boy in the story. It's a night time. Will was sleeping and George was standing on the deck and just looking something in the darkness. He was standing alone. That time he heard a voice, "Schooner hoy, schooner hoy." Like that he heard a voice. He was searching round. What was the sound? The sound was like an inhuman voice, abnormal voice, like howling, like it's a kind of cry. Something is abnormal voice. So George was stunned, afraid, and looked around where the voice is coming. The old man asked, "It is George." George asked, "What are you? What do you want?" Because he felt that it was not a normal human being sound, something abnormal. So he was asking, "What are you? What do you want?" The voice replied, "You need not be afraid. I am also a human. No need to afraid of my voice. I am in a position that I couldn't show my face. I am in some kind of pang, anguish, suffering, so I couldn't show my face. Maybe my voice is not a normal human being, or sometimes like howling or crying, might be like that because I'm suffering. My situation is like that. So, but I'm a human being. Please don't get afraid of me." Like that, the voice replied. But George wanted to see the face of the voice, so he went down to take the lamp. The voice replied, "No, please don't bring the lamp." But George didn't listen. He went down to take the lamp. So that time he was afraid. George was afraid. And then he was shouting, "Come here, Will. Come here, Will." Okay, because Will was sleeping. So he was shouting and calling Will. Will woke up and asking, "What's up, George?" So George narrated what happened the dark night. Will told, "Don't worry, I will take care of this situation, don't worry." When they were speaking together, they heard the sound that the oar sound was moving away from the ship. It was going somewhere. Okay, so Will understood that the voice didn't like lamp. So they were waiting there. They were talking about that unexpected situation, incredible voice. It was talking together. They were talking together. Then after some time, they heard the same boat or sound. It is coming near to the ship. So Will understood, yes, the voice is coming near to the ship. And the voice is shouting, "Boat ahoy, ahoy," like that he was shouting. And the voice told, "Put away the light." So Will said, "Yes, I will do that. I don't take the lamp." George interfered, but Will told, "George, you please wait, I will take." Will promised that, yes, I won't put on the light, because the voice was asking promise. Yes, we can see the lines here. Promise that he will not show the light. Because of this, Will promised that he should not light the lamp. The voice continued, I'm sorry, sorry. I would not have troubled you. Only I am hungry, and so is she. So the voice is saying that the voice doesn't want to trouble these guys, but the voice was in hunger, and also a girl. A girl also living along with this voice, and that girl also in hunger. So that the voice was here now. The voice continued, yes, she was in island and she was in hunger. I have to take some edibles to her. Then Will was asking, could we not send a boat for her? Shall we help the girl? No, my God. The voice replied, no, my God, no. Okay. So after a few minutes, okay, Will understood the expectation of the voice. So he went inside to the ship and brought many edibles. His arms were full of various edibles, and he doesn't know how to give these things to the voice because he couldn't see the voice. It's a dark time. How come he share or give all these edibles to the voice? Then the voice understood and said, you can put everything in a box and tie the box in a rope, and you can throw the rope, I'll catch the box. The same way Will did. He bought a box and put all edibles, biscuits, everything inside the box and tied the box with the rope and just throw the rope. The what? The voice hold the rope and he left by saying a word, God bless you, thank God. Okay, he left. So George and Will again looking each other. George told the voice never come back. He bought some edibles from us, so I think he never come back. So we can move on. We can do our own work, like that George told. But Will was thinking a moment and replied to George that no, the voice will come back. The voice will come again because the voice was in hunger. So definitely he will come back. We'll wait for some time. Like that, Will replied to George. As he expected, after 3 hours, George and Will can hear the voice of the oar sound, the boat sound. Okay, it is coming near to the ship. So Will uh, was happy to see the voices coming again. Okay, so George and Will were expecting or looking the side where they can hear the sound of oar. Okay, they're coming. The voice is coming near to the ship. And the voice started to speak. Thank you so much. Once I receive the box, I have to share the edibles to my girl. So I just put a word like God bless you and thank God I left. Sorry, have to thank more. Like that, the voice started to speak. Will was asking, so what happened to the girl? Why she was alone in island? Why you are in hunger? What happened to you? Like that, Will was asking some questions to the voice. Now the voice started to reveal or share what happened to them. Okay. Before 6 months, this voice and the girl both were sailing in a ship. Yes, it's a huge ship. The name of the ship was Albatross. So Albatross is a kind of seabird. It is named to the ship, Albatross. The same Pacific Ocean, the ship was sailing 6 months ago. That time there was a huge storm. Because of the storm, the ship sank. Okay. On that ship, many crew members were there. The same ship, this voice and his fiancée also sailing on the ship. So once it hit by the storm, the other crew members took the lifeboat Yes, the other crewmates took lifeboats and they've gone. After few hours only, they realized that Boyce and his fiancée realized that the ship is going to sink. So they just took some water bottles and biscuits and they took a lifeboat and started to sail in the large ocean. They both felt it was very difficult for them to sail in the big ocean with a small boat with few edibles. Okay. On the day they were sailing, the fourth day, they heard a noise of the breakers. So they were seeking help, but they couldn't find the ship. The sound has gone. Then they were just sailing in the big ocean. So one day they found another ship, another large ship, and this voice was shouting. Anybody who was there in the ship to help them, he was shouting and shouting, but no response he received. So he wanted to know what who was there in the ship and wanted to just go inside the ship. So he was searching ladder around the ship. He found a ladder, the side of the ship. The ladder was spread with a fungus, that is lichenous fungus. Okay. This lichenous fungus. But still, he hold the ladder and just get inside to the ship and found anybody was there. Was searching anybody was there, but he couldn't find anyone. He found many cabins, apartments, pantry. Yes, everything was there in the ship, but no human beings. He found many biscuits, edibles were there, water bottles too, but he couldn't find no humans. And the ship also spread with this lichenous fungus. He was cleaning all the places like cabins and apartments to stay there, and he was calling his fiancée, and she also yes get inside the ship now. The two were living happily inside the ship, and then and there they was cleaning cabins, apartments, pantries, and they're living happily inside the ship. And like that, the days have gone. The seventh day morning, this voice was preparing breakfast. That time the girl was sleeping and she was shouting like this. Okay. Come here, John. See here, come here, John. Now we can understand the voice name is John. Okay. So he was panicked and he was running to see what happened to his fiancée. Some small patch grows on her pillow, okay, where she was sleeping, she can see the fungus on her pillow. John reached there and he told, don't worry, I will remove the fungus and use the carbolic or other waters to cleanse the place. He did that, but after a few hours, again, they found is this fungus was growing on her shawl too. Okay, so it was growing on her shawl. So again he did the same, he just cleansed the place, and they found, yes, it's a spreading fungus, it was spreading everywhere. So they decided to leave the ship. So they just took all the edibles, biscuits, water bottles, everything, and some materials to make tent also, so that everything they whatever they want they just took everything and they leave the big ship. They took the small one and they were sailing the large ocean, and then they reached a small island. Nearby the island there was a lagoon also there. On that island they put a small tent. Yes, they constructed two small tents and they were living on the tent. Nearby there was a lagoon, so John went to that lagoon once in a day or twice in a day to catch some fish, and they were managing to eat that fish, biscuits, water, like that. The days have gone. So, like that, the days have gone. One day again, she shouted by showing her right hand thumb to John. So, John shocked to see her thumb because the fungus was growing on her thumb. Again, he did the same. He cleansed the place like with a carbolic and with the water things. He just cleansed the thumb. When he was doing that, the girl started to say like this, "What's that on the side of your face, dear?" She asked John. Yes. When he was doing or cleaning her hand or finger, the same time, John's side of the ear also some fungus is growing. Okay, so it is understood that this fungus started to spread on her as well as on him. So, like that, 3 months passed. John was fishing in the lagoon and managing their livelihood. But the both were very clear that our deaths were likely to come by hunger and not by the growth of the thing what had seized upon our bodies. Okay, they were clear about this, that we can die because of hunger, but not because of this fungus. Okay, so they were very clear about this. So they were trying to live happily with what they have. And then and there, they always thank God for giving whatever they are giving, whatever they are eating, how they are living, whatever it is, yes, they are. Then and there, thank God. They have hope in God and they were thanking every time. Like that, fourth month, okay, this is fourth month. One day, what happened? John went to lagoon to catch fish. After that, he was returning to the camp or the tent. That time, his fiancée was hiding and eating something. So John, surprised and shocked to see what she was eating, because nothing was there in the tent. Nothing, no edibles was there. Then what she was eating? He was surprised and shocked to see what she was eating. John was asking, keep on asking, "What are you eating, girl? Just show. Tell me what was that." She was hiding. She didn't show. John shocked and asking again and again. Then she responded, yes, she was eating that fungus because of hunger, deep hunger. She couldn't do, so she has to. She ate this fungus. John couldn't tolerate this, and he couldn't ask more than any word. Just he said these two words, "My dear, my dear." So other than that, he couldn't speak more than that. So he used only these two words, "my dear" and "my dear." So he couldn't tolerate such kind of things. So like that, the days have gone. A week ago, so last week only they ate some biscuits, sometimes fish. And last meal is they eat some 3 fish, that's all. After that, they couldn't eat anything because they couldn't find anything to eat. Sometimes they couldn't get not even a single fish from the lagoon. So they were in hunger, and also the fungus was spread everywhere on both. When the voice, again, yes, John, the voice is John now, we understood. So John narrated all the incidences to George and Will. The night has gone. The night disappeared. Yes, the day has dawned. The sun rises. So John doesn't want to reveal his physique. So he was moving. He told, "Thank you, God bless you, goodbye." And he didn't take any edibles from George and Will later. He just left. He said goodbye, God bless you, and he left. Because the day has come, the sun rises. So he doesn't want to reveal his physique. Yes, the voice left. the voice nothing but Mr. John. Mr. John left the place. Till the end of the story, we couldn't see how the man looks like. We just heard the voice of the story, the man, and George and Bill also continued their work. So that's the story. A voice in the night is the voice in the night. Only we can listen or hear only the voice. We couldn't see the appearance of the man. We just heard the story of the voice. So that is the story, the voice in the night. I hope you understand the story. It's very interesting and beautiful story. Might be it's an imaginary one or a real one or something. We don't know, but still it's very quite interesting story. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you. I hope you understand the story. Thank you everybody.